back. Today we're going to be looking at the Valley on Try Hack Me. Forgot to turn on my music here. Go ahead and get my music going first. There we go. Ooh, too loud. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's copy this file. As you can see, I already did it. Easy day. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into here 1 second. Alright, so we'll do Valley here. Let's go ahead and copy the IP address. And we'll go ahead and we'll start with the rust scan here. Looks like we got port 22 and 80. Let's go ahead and curl that port 80. Alright, so we got this ArtJS thing here. Let's go and see what this is all about. It's port 80 here. Looks like we got some view gallery, view pricing. Let's go and view gallery. Now when I clicked on this, the very first thing that I actually noticed was that what's a static 1, right? And then static 2 is kind of, so if I click on 3, and then when I tried it with 0, nothing came back. So I thought, okay, let's go ahead and make a file, right? So made a file, num.txt, right? That pretty much just went through double digits, all double digits, and then single digits at the bottom down here. And to be able to make that really quickly, what you can do is within bash, you can do a quick sequence. So we can say sequence tac w, and we can say 00 through 99, and then throw that into a file, right? And then I just did 1 through 9, threw that into a file, appended that, and so that's why it looks like the way that does. So from here, let's go ahead and do a fuff and see if we can get anything with that. All right, and we'll go ahead and hop back over here. And we have this gallery, right? But if we look here, it changed over to static, so we're going to leave it as static. Okay, we're going to fuzz that static with num.txt. We'll throw 100 threads at it, whatever. And we immediately see that 00 is something. So if we go out to 00, we see this remove this dev site like right here. So let's go and grab that dev site. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, so we have a Valley photo, okay, company dev login. Now, if you're doing your proper enumeration, something you would notice in the beginning that there was something called dev.js. So if we actually hop back over to here, I think it's in here. Nope, we got art.js. I know I saw dev.js somewhere else. And we can't open it. Maybe it's in view pricing. No, still art. Oh, it's art.js that I could never open up. So we come over to this guy over here, and we have our dev.js and button.js. Let's go ahead and look up our JavaScript for dev. And if you actually scroll down, you actually find a username and password down here. So let's go ahead and log in with that username and password and see if we can do anything with it. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, we can. Okay, stop using credentials, check for vulnerabilities, stay up to date on patching, and change FTP port to normal port. Our rust scan should be done by now, right? Which it obviously is. We have this port 37370. Let's go ahead and unmap that, like right there, and see if that is something that we could utilize, and if that's FTP. And then if so, let's try to go ahead and log in with that dev account. We'll go into echo. All right, cool. So we got this like right here, VSFTPD 3.0.3. Let's go and FTP into it. 37370. All right, and we'll go ahead and we'll connect with the SemDev and California. All right, we're in. And we get these 3 different PCAP files, right? Now, this might seem like a lot of work. It's not, because these are some pretty big files, right? I already have them over here, so we're not going to do an mget, but all you have to do is mget star.star. That's all you have to do. All right, it'll get all 3 of them. But this may seem like a lot of work. It's actually not. Let's go ahead and start with the last one, because wise man once said, always start from the bottom, work your way up. So let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll Wireshark this guy. Now, the reason this isn't really that difficult is because we need to find something that, first off, allows for login, and secondly, isn't using something like SSH, that isn't using something secure. No HTTPS, no SSH. So we're looking mostly at like FTP and HTTP. So if we just go by protocol, right, and we do type in something like HTTP, we see all this, right? Now we just need to figure out where can someone log in at. Well, the only place is a post, right? There it is. Post request, like right here. Application X form, URL included, okay, encoded. All right, we click down, and sure enough, we have username and credentials, like right here, or our credentials right here. All right, so that's pretty easy, right? So that's why it's not that bad. When you very first look at it, you're like, holy crap, this could take forever. I mean, that's line 2,335, like right there. There is a lot of lines in this file, right? So, but there's no reason to be scared of it, pretty much, because it's 100%. Where's my little... Yeah, it's a lot of lines, okay? But if we just break down, like I said, by HTTP, we can break it down very quickly with that post request. So I already have those up here. You may have noticed that. All right, let's go ahead and try SSH as that. Because supposedly they're reusing creds, right? All right, and then his password. Photos 1234. And we're in, right? All right, cool. There's our user.txt, cool. All right, let's go and cat Etsy cron tab, see if there's anything in there. All right, we do have something. Okay, we have photos. Let's go ahead and cat that guy, see if we can mess with it at all. Okay, it looks like we're importing base64, which means that if we can mess with base64, then we'll be good. Let's go ahead and see if we can. We cannot. Okay, we can read him, we can execute him, but we can't do anything else much more than that, right? Let's go ahead and see what base64 is sitting under. All right, first we need to find it, right? Let's go ahead and find base64 first, right? See wherever that's at. And let's first see if we have any weird IDs. We do not. Okay. Okay, we have a user bin base64, normal spot, and then a user lib python 3.8 base64.py. Let's go ahead and cat or ls-la that guy. And this is right where things should start to kind of correlate in your head with what's going on here. There's something called Valley admin here. Okay, that's kind of weird. Now, finding where to use that, if we just back up one, we have this Valley authenticator, and then we have a username Valley. So when we go with Valley, this user Valley is most likely part of the Valley admin group. But how do we get to Valley, right? Let's go ahead and look at this Valley authenticator. So if we run it, all right, what is your username? We'll say Valley dev or Valley, whatever you want to put in. Okay, what is your password? Okay, let's go ahead and grab the password. We'll go ahead and throw his password in here. Okay, wrong password username. Okay, so either A, we're going to have to brute force this, or B, maybe the information's already inside of it. So let's start up a Python server. I did also try to just copy it to www HTML. You can't copy it. So we'll start with Python server on port 8888, right? Let's go ahead and grab this now. So I'll do a remove tech RF, both of these guys. And we'll go ahead and we'll do a wget. .88. And we want to get that value authenticated, right? Strings is also not on this machine, in case you're wondering why I'm doing all this. So if we strings that guy, all right, we can see that it does a lot of things like right there, right? This file is huge. Let's go ahead and strings him. and then save him into alt.txt. And then we'll go and sublime that alt.txt and try to find something like user or password, right? And we have it. We have is your user and blah, blah, pass, whatever. This looks like a hash. Now, one problem with this hash, it doesn't work with John the Ripper for some reason. Couldn't figure out why. But let's go ahead and head over to Crack Station. We'll throw this hash into there. Pick out some cars for ourselves. That's a car. Those are cars. Yeah, I think there's cars in there. I don't know if there's motorcycles, cars, or whatever. Okay. Guess we got it right. And we have the password. So now we have that password, okay? Let's go ahead and echo. We think it's Valley, right? And the user pass.txt. Let's go and try to SU into Valley. Whoops. And we think it's Liberty123. Great one to have for today on Memorial Day, right? All right, and we do get in. Sudo tac L. We can try to do something like this. All right, he can't run sudo. Let's go ahead and look at right where we found that Python file again, or the base64. Let's go ahead and ls tac la that guy, or let's do an ID like real quick. All right, we see that we are a Valley admin. So let's go ahead and ls tac la that guy. Okay, Valley admin, and a Valley admin can write to it, right? So let's go ahead and write to that guy. So let's nano that guy right there. And we're going to import OS. Now remember, this is running on a cron job, right? os.system, which we all know that DZ64 loves whenever I do type that in. He hates it. Okay, so we're doing os.system. We're just going to say change mode u plus s for bin bash. And we'll just wait until that file's ran. Should be around a minute. And once that file's ran, we should be able to, from there, if we actually, I don't know if we can actually run this. We may just be able to run this. But, I mean, he's running. If we run it, it's not going to do much now, is it? And there we go. So we got bin bash, so we can do a bash tac p. And we are root. cd/root. And easy day, right? And we are finished with that box. So hopefully you all learned something with that one. I know I had a lot of fun doing it and going through some of that. There's a lot of different places we got to go in it, but it was a lot of fun.